City. Martu. Zadinga Anakanta. Zadinga Kia Kanta. Utu Ti Adata. Cthulhu Ta Atalaka. Azeta Ta Kala. Ia Anu Ia Angel Ira Ngi Zapao. Whenever someone picks up a book in your game of Call of Cthulhu and asks you what's inside, beware! The Call of Cthulhu is not an easy game to master. Dungeon Master Doom must admit that the first couple games he played were critical failures. But not really the types of critical failures Dungeon Master Doom enjoys. No, the Call of Cthulhu is just a very strange, horrific game that's not tailored to the novice players, but I'm going to try to explain how this game works, and it's not going to be done in just one video. Call of Cthulhu is a very deep, strange, and bizarre landscape. Now, if you're coming from a Dungeons and Dragons style background, the dungeons aren't normal. In fact, there's a bit of a relearning and training you have to do with your players. You'll set up a Cthulhu game with bizarre happenings in a mansion or something, and D&D players will go straight to the mansion. And when this happens in my game with new players, I allow them to go to the mansion, walk inside, and then suddenly the door shuts behind them, and they never return. Game over. And then they get angry, because that's not what they expected. So I always do replay with that kind of thing. So they start to realize that thing is dangerous, and they got to start investigating to figure out how to approach the mansion correctly so they don't die right away. Because death happens easily, but you want to avoid killing your characters. That's not the fun in this game. The fun in this game is making your players go insane, and they have so much fun playing crazy people. These games go crazy, and everyone in the game will go crazy. That's when you've played Call of Cthulhu right, that's what happens. Complete, total, utter madness. So, to get you thinking in the Call of Cthulhu style of gameplay, I've got a bunch of movies here that I thought I'd show you that relate to the game. This is Dagon. This is Dungeon Master Doom's favorite Call of Cthulhu movie. And this game is pretty much how a game is run. None of the characters are fighters or wizards or anything. They're just normal people, and they're on this island, and strange things happen. You can get a feel of when it's alright to kill player characters to create a sense of doom, and when they survive, and how they survive, and how scarred they'll be if they survive. Let's see here. There's another Call of Cthulhu style story, The Ninth Gate with Johnny Depp. This movie is all about researching one book. And and this adventure takes him across the entire world. And you know, even while Call of Cthulhu is set in the 1920s, which I recommend. But this movie is contemporary. They got cell phones and stuff. And it's pretty much how a contemporary Cthulhu game would look like. Lots of these movies are on YouTube. You can watch them for free. Now, let's see. Oh, now, even though Call of Cthulhu isn't a combat-based game, there are some crazy freaks in this game. Crazier than the player characters will get. And they're going to be chasing down your players, stalking them, and harassing them throughout the game. So it's nice to watch good serial killer movies to make some strange, bizarre freaks that are going to be messing with the players the whole time. Now, when that happens in Dungeon Master Doom's game, players start making characters like this. Pulp is a huge aspect of the game, which is lots of fun. And you can add the combat into a game with characters like the Shadow, even though he's World War II. The game is pre-World War I. So characters like Indiana Jones and stuff won't be fighting Nazis, but they'll be fighting like anarchists from like Sherlock Holmes, the new Sherlock Holmes movies. In fact, an anarchist is a player occupation that you can choose in this game. Let's see, what else? Dungeon styles. Imagine being trapped on a boat in Call of Cthulhu. Cthulhu lives under the ocean. What if you're in a dungeon with Cthulhu underneath you? That just creates a horror and tension throughout the entire game. And then here's another strange dungeon. If this were a D&D dungeon, this would just be a one-room dungeon. This whole movie takes place in one hotel room. So that's a little taste of what the Call of Cthulhu game is like. I've been creating playlists on my channel, and I've found a interview with the creator of the game, Sandy Peterson, which is really, really interesting. He was interviewed by the Gentleman Gamer, and I put that in my game designer playlist. And then I've found people playing the game live, recording it in their homes and stuff. So there's a lot of interesting things out there, and I plan to do some more Cthulhu videos because it's a very, very intriguing game. But heed my warning. Once you begin this game, you will never return the same!